Hello and welcome everybody, this is Aprilia and thank you for watching my 17th, I believe, video about playing a center in NBA 2k13. I'm sorry about the bit of a delay with this video. I promise to at least try to bring you uh, videos quicker. We are, of course, as a reminder, we are in the playoffs now. This is game 7 against the Miami Heat. So do or die time. We are looking pretty good, actually. We are going head to head against them in the first quarter, the beginning of the first quarter. As you can see, as usual, they don't really have good rebounding because, like, as you saw, Don Levy just got an offensive rebound. Of course, he missed it, but then I got another one as well. So basically, I believe that the Miami Heat, and again, abusing Chris Bosh is quite easy in this game. So the Miami Heat are actually a bit underrated, I believe, in this game, strange as it may sound, because, the rebounding and their defense basically is not really that good. Uh, and as you will see, their shot in traffic kind of shots, with the exception of LeBron James, of course, is also not that good. So in this match, we were quite successful in defense against them, but we'll see how the game develops. In the meantime, just one thing in real life that maybe you can give me some advice and some tips, because like I said in earlier videos, I play basketball in real life. I play a center. I am, of course, not 7 feet tall, and I cannot dunk and anything. I'm getting old, actually. But I play quite alright. I play casually indoors, and the thing is that I have been playing basketball for about more than 20 years now, and unfortunately, I had one uh, injury, which was I tore a ligament in one of my ankles, so I have to wear ankle bracers. And I've been wearing the ones that I had for like 20 years now, together with the shoes that I had for 20 years now. And these were kind of like doctor's orders, prescription made, handmade ankle bracers. And I had or I have a pair of Converse sneakers that I can wear only with these bracers now. I always wear these bracers because they give me, security and everything, or a secure feeling. But these are, of course, kind of bulky. So these have the straps on them, and so it's kind of like, it looks kind of like a sock, but with laces and then double straps and everything. So the shoes that I'm wearing are, really loose now. Like I said, I've had them for like 20 years, and I had no problem with them, by the way. But it's kind of time to change them. I actually already bought these McDavid kind of ankle bracers, again with straps. I'm really happy with them. I just bought them recently, but it's now time to buy a new pair of shoes as well. So this is where my problem comes, because, like I said, I'm a center. I'm not really that young anymore, and I'm not really that bouncy anymore. So my knees kind of hurt if I don't have some sort of cushioning shoes, of course. Now, what type of shoes should I get? Because is my problem. Because I'm a center, I need support, which I get from these bracers. I need good cushioning, and I of course don't want to buy like shoes for 10 million or even 200 bucks because I'm not a professional player, and I don't really like these flashy shoes anyway. Uh, so here are my options that I found. First is it's just a theoretical option, is I don't know if you read about them, the Actio brand, which is, as they advertise themselves, these are the only pair of shoes or brand of shoes actually developed by a doctor, and this is the anti-ankle sprain shoes, because these have, just check them out. It's the brand is called Actio. Uh, these actually have double bracers built in themselves, and this very wide uh, bottom. So as they say, it's basically impossible to roll your shoes, or I mean to roll your ankles in these shoes. The problem is it's an American brand, and they only sell in uh, in their own online shop. So you can only buy these shoes from Actio, and they only deliver in the US. Now I'm of course in Hungary, and the only partner that they have in Europe does not sell the latest model, which is, to be honest, this is the first of their models which actually is good. Of course, the shoes are good and everything, but well, I don't really want an ugly shoe, to be honest. And a good-looking one cannot be bought in Hungary. Now, the other thing with, I don't know, I could of course go for Nike shoes, but like I said, I need a center shoe, so with a flat bottom, if you know what I mean. So not like the KD 5s or anything. I need something like the LeBron 10s or any of the LeBron shoes, which have a flat bottom and they have a lot of cushioning. Now, one thing about the LeBron 10, it looks like a good option. Of course, it's very expensive, but one of my friends, actually one of my colleagues that I play basketball with, also has a son, or well, he has two sons, but one of his sons plays basketball. He's like 14 years old or something, and he says that his teammates, of course, wear these flashy shoes and everything. Including the LeBron 10s. Like I said, these are kids, so not the heavyweight guys like me. And one of them already had his LeBron 10 basically explode because this huge air cushion just cannot take the beating in the long term. And like I said, my shoes, I had them for like 20 years. So what I'm planning is to buy another pair of shoes, which well, hopefully would last me another 20 years, or at least 10, or at least 5. But these kids wear their shoes down in like 2 months or something. These LeBron 10s, so they actually look like they suck. So I don't really want those kind of shoes. And also, most of the center shoes that you can buy are high tops. Now, either I could buy one of those, but maybe a size up or something, or half a size up, because with the bracers that I wear, I cannot really put on high top shoes because there's no room in them. But since these are center shoes, or shoes designed for centers, big men who are not really that quick, but these shoes have flat feet and as in flat bottoms, and also a lot of cushioning. So these are perfect for centers, but they are high tops, which I don't really want to buy. The other brands that I looked at were Under Armour. I hear that they are excellent because they have this micro G foam cushioning, which is supposed to be really good. This colleague that I said, his son or that I mentioned, his son is actually wearing one of these Micro G shoes, these Under Armour shoes, and he says that these are actually the most comfortable pair of shoes that he's ever worn. So these really nice, but they are not really available in Hungary. Only one shop, and they have updated stock. You can only order them. I already ordered a pair of shoes, but they didn't get it, so they don't really want to order it. So again, this option is out of the question. By the way, there is one guy. Of course, there are lots of guys who do these shoe reviews on YouTube and everything. But there is one guy. I hope you don't mind if I mention him. His name is his username is Nightwing2303. If you play if you play basketball in real life and you are curious about shoes, I highly recommend them or him. He also has a website, and he plays basketball himself. He's a short guy, but his reviews are really nice because he buys all his shoes, so he's really unbiased. And nowadays he sometimes gets some shoes because he just recently got the Jordan 28s from Jordan brand. He was really, of course, he said he's really grateful for them, but these are really exceptions because he usually buys his own shoes, and he gives an honest review. And he first of all he wears the shoes, so he doesn't say like, "Oh my God, I got this fresh pair of shoes and look how good they look, and they must perform really well because they are the latest model from Nike." No, he doesn't do that. He wears them, and if a shoe is good, then he says that it's good. If the shoes suck, then he basically says that they suck. And he also, each review he gives is like 15 minutes long or something. He really goes into details, and he really goes into such details that you cannot find in most of the other reviews. Because, for example, one of his favorite shoes is the Soldier 6, which is kind of like a LeBron model, but it's not with the strap. So it's not an official LeBron model, it's just a LeBron. It has a LeBron James logo on it, but it's not called a LeBron. It's called the Soldier 6. And he says that it's, although it's for a big guy, kind of like a big guy, because it's for LeBron James, who is a big guy, heavy guy. And despite this, these shoes are good for guards and everybody because they have good traction and good cushioning and good everything. But the only thing that he mentions and he says that it kind of ruins the shoe is a detail usually not mentioned in any other reviews, is that the tongue is constructed in such a way that this actually rubs against your feet. So the stitching on the tongue rubs against your feet. So, like I said, this is one of those details that basically ruin the shoe. And he does mention these in his reviews. Now, the thing is, he of course has lots of reviews like what shoes he recommends for guards and forwards and centers and everything. But like I said, all the shoes that he recommends also are high tops, the center shoes. So again, basically, what should I do? I mean, do you have any recommendations, or do you have any tips, or maybe did you have this kind of experience before? So if you wear kind of bulky ankle bracers, what type of shoe would you recommend? So or what works for you? A high top or mid top or a low top maybe? Because I always had a high tops. Well, always. This one pair of shoes that I had for 20 years. I never had low tops, so and I guess that you need some kind of support for the bracers, so something has to hold the bracers in place. But these latest shoes with the, the foam, well, this kind of foam stuff, the foam posit and everything, kind of shoes, the latest shoes from Nike, they have these really stiff ankle parts. So the ankles and the high tops are not really, because I tried them on at least a few, so they are not really soft, so that they can, change their shape, kind of, and go around your ankle bracers. No, these are actually quite stiff, so I would guess that they don't really mold around your ankle bracers or something like that. So this is my problem. If you have any recommendations, these would be highly welcome. Uh, like I said briefly, I'm well, about 6'5". I'm losing weight actually, so I'm now about 180 pounds or 95. No, not 95. 89 or 90 kilos. So I'm about 90 kilos, about 195, 6 centimeters. I play center. My footwork is not really that good. I'm not a bouncy guy, so I don't really. I need cushioning in the shoes, because that's one of the problems that I have with my old shoe now. So cushioning is off a bit, and it has no traction on it. I play indoors, but on a really dusty floor. So yeah, any advice from you is highly appreciated and welcome. And now back to the game, playing in the background. As you can see, in the fourth quarter, this was one of the really rare cases where we are actually leading by 20 towards, well, almost 20 at this point, towards the end. And as I'm sure that you also noticed if you reach the playoffs, and I'm sure that all of you have reached the playoffs already in the game. So if you reach the playoffs, the intensity of offense and defense for all teams basically goes up a bit. So it was really surprising to see that actually us, the Bucks, who are rated, like the bottom half of the teams, we are actually leading by 20 points at this moment against the Heat, the number one rated team, of course, in the playoffs. So what I expected was that we would be blown out by them or something like that, but actually we weren't, so we were blowing them out. Of course, my teammates also played quite well. So Jennings and Monte Ellis, Dunleavy, everybody contributed. What I'm guessing is that hate played a big role in this, because Monte Ellis and guys like shorter guys like him were actually able to shut down the equally shorter opponents. Just like you saw, Mario Chalmers scored 0 points in the first half. And just look at that. I mean, how could I miss that dunk? Anyway, so it wasn't a standing dunk. Probably that was the problem, because my standing dunk, like I said, is about 90, and my dunk is actually, I increased it a bit just to not miss dunks like these, and I don't really need desperately other attributes. So why not increase dunk rating? So it was a surprising kind of blowout up to this point in the match, and the only player that actually played really well for or was undefendable for the Heat was, of course, LeBron James, and rightfully so. As you can see, just right now, 35 points. So he didn't really, and 11 assists, by the way, and I believe that he had triple doubles, so he had a lot of rebounds as well. Dwayne Wade had 23 points, but for example, Mario Chalmers was really bad. Just look at this dunk. I mean, this is one of my favorite moves. So Mario Chalmers was surprisingly bad, as you could see in some of his previous shots. He actually misses contested layups, which is well, it does happen a lot, but you would guess that what Mario Chalmers does in real life is do layups most of the time. So how could he not have finisher or something like that? It's really strange. Chris Bosh, again, like I said earlier, has a deadly mid-range shot, but he didn't really shoot that kind of shot in this game because, well, I started paying attention to him, actually, because he doesn't shoot uncontested shots. And yes, we get to the next round. So, actually, the result or the difference remained the same. So we actually beat the Heat by 20 points in a playoff match, which was a game 7 in a playoff match. So we actually move on to the next round, the conference finals. So only one team left until we hopefully get to the finals. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you didn't mind my questions about shoes, my pointless talking about shoes, and I hope to see you next time.